Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Then we see monster crater. Everything is going to dive if we take out 3,700. Should try to get to 3,640, 3,650 area. Who knows? Everything is bad. Everything I see is bad. I keep telling people you have to pay attention. The dollar is ripping. It's ripping. Here's something. Let me tell you something. So last time CRM, hold on, let me find Miguel. Okay, here he is. Okay, so last time CRM spoke, the dollar was at 104. Okay, so look, I'm telling you, I keep doing this math for you, and this is all you have to understand. This is Apple everybody. Okay, so let's say it was the last time they were at $1.04. Okay, so they get 1 million euros if they convert it to dollars, and they have I don't know what's the division. Say you get $94,000, but now you get 7% less. You just lost 7% of your money. And I know 100% isn't euros, but let's say 50% of your business is in euros. I'm just making up stuff. You lost 7% of your money. 7% just on the translation. Your revenue is shit. But here's what's more shit. There's two things that are more shit than that. And this is what the CEOs are not telling you. You gave an employee $200,000 to work there, and you gave him stock. And say you had 4 employees and you were getting $1 million. Just on the conversion, you got $1 million. 4 employees. So that's $800,000 costs. So the company was making $200,000. Just making up stuff. But you just lost 7% of that. Say it was still $1 million. That means you only make $130,000. At some point, you start losing money. You want to renegotiate. You want to do this, and this. Well, who's going to renegotiate you if they got 4 more years on their contract, 5 years? These stocks used to go up. I'm telling you, when I was with TI, we signed a contract with Accenture. 10 years. We wanted to do 2. They wanted 10. They wanted to do 10. Now, if the dollar goes the other way, they're screwed. They keep paying more and more. CRM wants to do 5-year, 8-year, 10-year contracts. This is a disaster for the entire world. Then you got other things that I've kept telling you. I keep telling you. Adjustable rates. Let me tell you, and everybody is different. So let's say Mike. We'll pick on Mike today. Who's Mike? I don't even know if we have a Mike. Okay. So Mike buys a $2 million house. It used to be $1 million. He offers $2 million. He's like, oh, rates are 1%, 2%, right? I could buy really low, 1%, 2%, right? So he buys a house at 2%. And let's say his payment at 2%, just making up stuff, is $10,000. $10,000 on a $2 million house. I don't even know what it is. I'm just making up stuff. But then the guy, the loan broker, says, interest rates are so low, you don't have to go with 2%. You can get it at 1.15 or 1.25. You can drop it down and do an adjustable. 2-year arm, 2-1 arm. So adjustable every 2 years. Wow. And he's going to say, but your payment's only going to be $6,000. Now, The smart people are going to say, hey, I like it at 2%. I'll pay the $10,000 and I don't care for the rest of my life till it's paid off, 30 years. The other people are going to say, oh, I save $4,000 every month. Yeah, if it saves you, you can do this for 2, 3, 4 years. And they're all happy. They saved $4,000 a month for 12 months. Saved for 24 months. They saved $100,000. Ah, time to pay the piper. Now it goes from 1 1/4 to 3 1/4. And if the rates hold here for a year, it goes to 5 1/4. This guy can't pay his mortgage. He's smoked. He's absolutely smoked. Goes from 6 to 12 to 18. He's going to pay $18,000 a month. He's smoked. Completely smoked. Okay, so no, that's coming. That's coming. This Tesla is at 313. It hits 313 break level. It doesn't break, it breaks 300 the other way. Now it's 281. Wow. Everything is breaking. Everything. Snow was at 161. Yesterday I kept saying I liked the 165s, 165s. Well, if you bought those, they were 60 cents at the end of the day. They're going to be $3. They may go to 10 today. If snow breaks 161, it's 150. Now, they're saying they don't have this big problem, but you know, I think Amazon has gouged everybody. And Microsoft has gouged everybody. And Google has gouged everybody in cloud. I'm telling you. You may like their service. I like their service. Amazon, I like Microsoft. I like, Google Cloud. We're on a couple of them. So you like their service. But they gouge you like you can't believe. They raise rates like you can't believe. And it's time to pay the piper at some point. I mean, SPX here, it's holding this. It's down 47. It was down 53. This 37.24 ES. You got to use ES on this one. But it's 14-point difference. It's about 14-point difference. Okay? So if ES takes out 3,700, there's nothing till 36.50. So you're talking another 75 points down on SPX. From here, you're right at 37.40, 36.40. Does it happen? I don't know. Should it happen? It should collapse. But let me tell you, there's something else. If 36.40 breaks, there's no floor. 3,600 is not a floor. It's 3,500. The people that come on TV, the people that are coming on TV and teaching you shit, they're all lying through their teeth and they're just dumb. They're just dumb. I mean, this lady yesterday says, oh, if you like a stock, why wouldn't you buy it every time it gets cheaper? Well, do you remember Sam's story about Broadcom? Sam was in love with Broadcom. Jesus. Unbelievable. Buy it at 380, buy it at 360, buy it at 340, buy it at 320. And these are monthlies. 5 months later, Sam's buying 300s. 8 months later, Sam's buying 280s, 260s, 240s, 200s. And finally, Sam says, I'm just stupid. And Sam learned a lesson. And he was just stupid. If you like it at 300, you're going to like it at 150. It'll come back. It's a great company. Really? Do you know Broadcom did come back? It did come back. It went to $10, and it took 20 years to come back. 20 years. Wow. First Solar is cracking. Enphase is cracking. So some questions, I had a dinner with a member yesterday, a really nice guy. We talked about a lot of stuff, and, he said, same thing. He said, First Solar CEO didn't guide up. Well, here's the thing. He doesn't benefit if he guides up today. It goes up one day, it comes down, right? So they're holding it back. UNH didn't guide up yet. They're going to guide up. But does he guide up if it goes to 450 before earnings, a whole market creators, it goes to 450, then he guides up, then it rips to 550? There's no reason to put out any good news because there is no good news. Okay, MDB, breaking. If you held MDB, they're going to be $10 from 140. Sava, how about Sava? We destroyed Sava. Non-stop up, runner. Okay, there it goes. Now, I'm going to tell you something on Hood. So we bought Hood yesterday. It didn't work. It didn't buy a lot. I mean, 24-cent one stuff. We bought 102 crate. Okay, so Hood. The SEC. So the ruling against Sava, the company that did the thing against Sava, that started the downfall, accusing them of all this stuff, fake data and all this. That case got settled a while back, and the company said they were wrong. I mean, not the company. The guy that said it was wrong. But Sava never went up because they had this SEC investigation. And as soon as they stopped the SEC investigation, if the stock is at 70, where should it go? Headed back to 70. Okay? So now Hood was at 15, 16. It's actually at 22, but 15, 16 when this whole SEC thing really started going. But the SEC didn't say they're allowing this yet. This is a rumor of somebody else that knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody's wife who slept with somebody or whatever, and they gave them data, and they said, and they called the reporter and said, go publish this. I know you guys are laughing. Try to make you laugh. Okay. So think about this. So the day the SEC comes out, if they come out and say, we are allowing payment for order flow, Hood is going to rocket to 14 and 15. Very possible. Maybe not, depending what market you're in. But what a steal. But is that a month away? Is it 2 months away? Is it a year away? I don't know. But just like Sava, we used to play Sava and hadn't played it for 6, 8, 9 months. Sam's really good at this when you find new, because I remember every number and all the news events. So Hood, all you got to do is just wait and see when they actually do it. Okay? Interesting. What else we got today? Oh, the dollar is flying. Just watch the dollar, DXY. It's up a penny. If a penny is equal to 1% of your money, and you lose 1% a day, in 10 days, you've lost 10% of your money if you're getting paid in euros. Jesus. Wow. But the amount of people that are lying to you, look at NVIDIA. Who the hell bought NVIDIA? They took NVIDIA. The CEO said it was going to take 2.5 quarters to fix the inventory thing. 2.5 quarters. 8 months. 8 months. 7 to 8 months to fix this. And they took the stock up from 126 to 138. And now it's on the way to 115. And if this 119 breaks today, it's 115. Those will be $5. Very nice. Think about this. Really. Micron, 3 analysts in 3 days come out and say the prices have dropped like you can't believe. Well, for you older guys, there's a bunch of old guys in here too. They older than me? Maybe. I'm pretty old. Okay? But my mind's pretty sharp still. Okay? But these old guys, I'll tell you, there was a stock called SanDisk. They used to do RAM. It used to trade better than Micron. Micron never traded well. But SanDisk, RAM, DRAM, memory, would go up and down, and every time it broke, when they said prices went down, they would go down for a year. I keep telling you guys, the semi-cycle, the best semi-cycle, when it's good, it's 18 months bad. Or, like in 2001, Texas Instruments goes from 90 to 10. Broadcom goes from 380 to 10. AMD goes from what? 16 to 3. When it's bad, it's not bad for a month. It's bad for a long time. And they keep telling you Micron is bad. That means Lam Research is worse. That means KLA, ASML, all these are going to go to shit. Now, they'll come back in a year or whatever. But the concept of, oh, just keep buying, it doesn't make any sense. Tesla takes out this 281 where it is. 262. Wow. And then we see. Interesting. So today is very, very simple. Very, very simple. Watch 3,700. If it breaks with force, it's very possible to just hit 3640 by close. Then we see. And you trade in, you trade out, you trade in, you trade out. But don't disillusion yourself with a buying opportunity. It's not a buying opportunity till the market gets better. And maybe it's a great buying opportunity Monday, maybe Tuesday, maybe in a month. But it's not a buying opportunity when something like snow. I mean, this is premiums tell the story. Snow, 10 points out of the money, $1 to $1.50 all the time. 5 points out of the money yesterday, 30 cents. He doesn't think it can even go up 5 points. What did that tell you? I'm going to complete shit. End phase. I'm a big bull on solar, but they're selling everything. Let First Solar get down to, I said 126, but now I'm looking at 121. 121. At 121, we like the 135 for earnings. I don't know the earnings date at $1. Not at 2 or 3, just at $1. That's it. You only lose $1 if it doesn't work. Interesting. MDDB is about to collapse. 162. Okay, let's get going here. Let me look at questions here real quick before we get going. Don't forget Powell is out again. Yeah, Powell is at 2. Okay. Good morning, everybody. 9:23. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Then we see. I keep asking the question for people, and all these people tell me, "Oh, this is gonna happen." Here's the simple question: what if he raised 75? What if the CPI barely goes down? Let's say CPI is going down 0.5 every time he raises 75. So that says the CPI is what? Was it 8.1? I don't even know what it was, but let's say it's 8. And he raises 0.75 and goes to 75. It goes 7.5. And he says 7.5 is too high. He raises 75 again next time, and it goes to 7. It's still 7. He's like, holy shit, let's raise 75 again. And goes to 6.5. The terminal rate now, it used to be 4%. Today it's 4.7. Yesterday it's 4.6. The terminal rate at 8 and 9 destroys people. It destroys the market. You're under 3K. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it can happen. And if it happens, you've been warned. And if you buy puts, once again, I talked to another lady last night, and she was telling me she got a big portfolio in Apple that she bought many, many, many years ago. Many years ago, right? And I asked her the simple question, and it took her a while, and she's trying to figure out the answer. I said, where's your pain in Apple? Let's say the portfolio is worth $1 million. Just make it up. In Apple. You have $1 million worth of Apple. Where's your pain? Are you upset at 900,000? At 800,000? You say, oh, it's always been good to me. I'm going to hold it through the whole thing. That's up to you. Nobody can tell you this stuff, right? It's up to you. You have to find your pain threshold. I tell you this all the time. Your pain threshold is where you say, screw it. It's like I'm burning the Cowboy jerseys, the paid Cowboy jerseys. Okay. Anyway. Okay. I hope you had fun. There you go. SPX down 44 is down 54. So it's 10 better. Very straightforward. Where does it drop? Where does it drop? The 3680s are $10 right now. That tells you it has to get to 3670 to make money. So, but what would you say if you were Sam? Just, you can answer this out loud or whatever. What would you say? But the 3680 is under 3700, Sam. That means a complete collapse. So if those are going to work, they're $9. If they're going to work, they're going to go to 30. Because it's going to go to 3650. If it breaks 3700, it's going to go to 3650. They're $9. If they're going to go to work now, they're going to go to 30. Or they're not going to work because it's never going to break 3700. Pretty straightforward here. That's why those 3630s we bought, we should hit 3650 if we break. And those things will go to $8. But then if it holds at 3650, it goes back to 3680 and those go to zero. Better trade them. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Okay? CMG had a 1950 target and it went down 80. Now it looks like 1509. Let me just say something about the CMG. It's a loved stock. And the food is good. I like it. Okay? But this company gouges more than anybody. Anybody. They don't even tell you things that they're gouging at. I mean, and everyone may be different. So you used to get the tortilla bowls, right? You get the bowls and say, okay, give me the tortilla on the side. And so now you do the same thing. And first they're raising the prices on everything all the time. 50 cents here, 50 cents. Okay, that's okay. But now they don't even tell you. You got the tortilla on the side, they charge you another 20 cents. It's on the receipt. It's 20 cents. No big deal. But if they're selling 50 million burritos, bowls, and everybody's doing a tortilla side at 20 cents, 50 million, 20 cents, 10 million, they're getting an extra $10 million. Very interesting, right? Oh my God, this is a great company. Company's fine. But it's not, at some point, you go there, you get guac and everything else. It's not a $15 burrito. It's not. Families don't do it. So at some point, they're going to have to pay the piper. And this thing becomes $1,300. Very, very interesting. Then we see NVIDIA. Does it break? If it can trade at 119 and we break 3,000, we can go to 115. And wouldn't that be interesting? 50 cents to 10 cents to $5. That'll be a nice play. Lam Research. Finally breaking. Breaking. 375, 362. Regeneron on the last four crashes, craters. This thing goes down 20 or 22 and then comes back positive. Interesting. Dixie, watch the dollar. It's down 80 cents. If the dollar goes negative, then we rally. If the dollar breaks $1 up, 1 cent up, we crater. UNH. At this point, would like to see UNH go to about 480, and then we go buy for earnings. Costco, down 60. Let me tell you, all these CEOs, they're just lying through their teeth. The Costco CEO, we're starting to see better rates on containers. Well, that happened 6 weeks ago. We're starting to see better rates on containers. And then the ultimate bullshit that anybody can give you. Our customer base doesn't have a problem paying higher rates. Our customer base doesn't have a problem paying higher rates. Really? Then why didn't you raise your membership fee? Oh, because you'll lose a lot of members. Isn't that interesting? When you listen to CEOs, just listen to one word and you can tell if they're lying or not. One statement. Very simple. Stava, 51, 51, 51, 51, 56. FDX, breaking lower, 148, 142. Hood, let it go lower. I don't know if the SEC even ever allows this, but if they do, this thing is going to run to 12 to 15. Okay? Amazon, down to 115. So this is almost 2,000. It's almost 2,000. It's going to break too. 113. 113. MDB. 191, 182. Those are going to be $18 today. Snowman. 166, 161. If 161 breaks, this can go. Netflix. Tried. It popped. It moved $2.50, and then died. This is going to go back to 170. Really thought if the market held yesterday, this thing would pop. But we're buying some little stuff, so then we see. NOW. Broken, 362. Tesla, 281. No compelling reason to buy Tesla till 313. It fails nonstop. And he's destroyed the buy on this. Let me tell you, one of the things that moved Tesla, or big option players would come in and buy 100, 200 contracts, and they take the price up. Now, nobody does that because there's no money to be made. If I'm going to go put in 30 grand in Tesla, I sure don't want to make 1 grand and then I have to sit on it. I want to make 10 grand. Well, the stock doesn't move like that anymore. He destroyed the stock. Google destroyed this. Google's worthless. Amazon's worthless. Shop's worthless. And now Pan W is going to go to shit. Don't play these things. They're too hard. They don't work. Enphase. If 271 breaks, it's going to implode. First Solar, 121. LNG is down 3. If LNG gets down to 158, we're going to buy some of these into November to see what happens. With heating. Moderna broke, 119, 109. Bitcoin, lower. Then we see. Okay? That's what we know. What was it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when CPI came out, we had 7 SPX trades? Have to trade them. SPX is yesterday. We bought some late in the day and they went, 240 to 5. And you had about 3 minutes to get 4. And then they went to 0. Up and down. And fast, they move so fast. Be ready. Get your bucket next to your desk. You don't have to go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, and if it takes you 15 minutes, I'm just giving you grief. You'll get screwed. Don't get screwed. Everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat.